So Meighen, thank you so much for joining me. I'm curious who you are and what you do in the world.
Sure. My name's Meighen Lovelace. My pronouns are they, them. I live in beautiful Colorado in Leadville, up in the Rocky Mountains. And I work as the mental health policy lead for the Colorado Cross Disability Coalition, which is a statewide organization that works to advocate for people with disabilities of all types to make sure that we can show up in our spaces, in our communities, and live thriving lives with access to all the resources that people without disabilities also have.
Sounds like you have an amazing way to impact, at least, and is it focused specifically in Colorado?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Curious, like what were some of the immediate challenges that you faced after your own injury, and how did those challenges like evolve over time for you?
Well, there were many levels of challenges. There's sort of the immediate challenge of how to find resources, right? How to heal, how to know what it means to have a traumatic brain injury. And living in rural Colorado, those resources were absolutely not available to me. In
Mm.
fact, my injury was really downplayed by the medical community. Therefore, it was sort of like being out in the wild and trying to figure out what it meant to have and live with a brain injury. I didn't really know even what an occupational therapist was. And I didn't know that
Mm.
one of them could come into your house and show you how to cook again,
Yeah,
how to
yeah.
remember to turn off your stove when you were done cooking. And so things like that weren't necessarily available to me. Thank goodness I had some friends in the community that were willing to kind of help me on that journey and tell me about
Mm.
occupational therapy and physical therapy, things that I could use to begin to use my brain again and not to go too fast, because of course I wanted to go really fast and have it just let's fix this, right? And not realizing
Yeah,
it was something that you didn't fix, it was something you integrated.
yeah,
And
right.
so that was really a journey of self-discovery as well. I had to meet the new me. I had to meet the
Mm.
me after a TBI. I had to grieve the loss of the me before the TBI and welcome the new me and do it with an open heart. And that's part of the journey as well, oftentimes not addressed in the medical part of it. So
Right, right.
part of me working for the Cross Disability Coalition was reaching out to them for help and saying, hey, I think that there's probably some things I'm missing and I'm not really even sure what those
Mm.
things are. And being connected into a group of folks that understood what it meant to live with TBIs and learning from my peers. Um,
Mm.
so I think that in rural communities across the United States, it's probably pretty true that it's much harder to gain access to the resources that are appropriate for recovery. So it just means
Right,
getting creative and building a really strong support network around yourself that allows for time and forgiveness, because you probably won't get it right the first couple times, but you got to keep trying
right.
until you get it to a space where you feel comfortable, where you
Yeah,
know that you can show up in the world. And that's different
right.
for everyone.
Yeah. So really, it's so individualized. Yeah.
Absolutely.